Hello friends, my name is Renuka and today we'll do the unboxing of Hero Art this month's kit, as well as the some ideas as I always share. So I have the premium subscription, and but you can get the regular subscription also. So this kit always come with this, nowadays this kit with this kind of pack. And this is kind of, this time is a funny kit. And first of all, I thought that I have too many supplies, I don't want more supplies because I'm not using them also. But like but when I saw this kit, so I was like, oh my god, this is perfect for the mixed media cards. And you can get a kind of different kind of look for this card, like very traditional with the flowery thing and everything. You will get something new in your thing, stash, I think I can say. Pretty simple, but you can make it like wow cards from this. You don't have to make these simple cards, but they give some kind of idea. So yeah, the classic kit came with the 6x8 clear stamp, and this one is the stamp. I'll show you. And this is quite a nice one, the big one, as well as the coordinated dies for each of them. And with, I mean, with the sentiment also. And I like the sentiments like rare flower, get well soon, you're forever and great, timeless, you are a good friend, thanks a bunch, amazing. And it's like a awesome, like they have this. And then they have this vases also to cut out the flowers, and these swirls also, these flower cutouts also. I don't think so they have the die for in this, the die for the this pattern and this pattern and this pattern, but I can't, like you can print them on the vases, and that's gonna give a really nice effect. They have this four inks in this one, and the big nice washi tape, and to create your mixed media kind of projects with them. And I'm kind of quite excited with all of this. First of all, like I told you that I want to skip it because I have so many products and I'm not getting time to play with them, and there are many projects which are like lying up. So there are too much on my dish, but still okay. And this is quite a bigger one, and nice washi tape, and you can create it a background with it. And as the background also, you will get these two stamps, what is like the linen texture with it, and another is the words kind of it. So I want the word like background stamp for a long while. I'm planning to buy some of them, but yeah, I got this one in a kit, and this is really nice. So this come in the classic kit, and what extra you will get when if you buy the premium kit is these stuff. So this one, all of this stuff you're gonna get in a classic one. And if you like really in it, by the way, this paper is Nina Solar White. I just want to show you something with this, so I bought it so that I can show you what exactly came all this in the premium kit also. So you will get this beautiful stencil, and this is so like, you know, I can say the pretty word is a proper word to, you know, see that. And it's having that kind of let me see, let me grab one paper. Okay, so I'll grab any of these papers. I just want to show you, by the way, this paper pad doesn't come. I just want to show you the pattern, that's why. So this is like a dash and squirrel and dots, and so much fun play to it. So I'll suggest you should use some kind of paste, maybe the Hero Art paste or the texture opaque paste of Rangers, or the distress paste with the Ranger. You can use the Nouveau Mousse also, or you can use the Simon Says Hurley's new paste. That's gonna work with nice. And then these are beautiful nice dies. So I better grab another colored paper to show you. So they have lots of vases, 1 2 3 4 5 6, I think 6 vases. And then the combination of these things, so you can not only create cards with this, but you can create art pieces. And definitely they have some kind of enamel stickers with them. Those are so fun. My kid gonna grab it. So okay, now I'll speed up the process, and I want to show you some technique also. And rather than that, as kit came with, I'll already told you that I'll use some of these paste which I have, as well as I use the Nina Solar white card and watercolor paper, and some of the colored paper, maybe texture paper. I don't know what else I'm going to use, but if you have that kit is like this, so I will create easy patterns with this on the paper, and I'll use this also. So I have another inks also, you can use these inks also, and if you don't buy the previous kits, they have kind of combo going on the 3 kits. By the way, this video is not sponsored by Hero Hearts. I bought it, but I like it. So yeah, I'll speed up the process, and you can see that how I can create the texture papers, and how can we turn those textures papers and into the cards, and how I can use both of these kit contained. So after this, it's time to make some papers, the texture papers, the, you can say, the collage papers, or you can say the mixed media papers for it. Here I choose the Nina Solar white card, but you can use the normal watercolor paper also, or any texture paper if you have, then that gonna give the awesome look to it. But basically here I'm choosing the plain one, just because I want the I can use it a very versatile way. So here I'm just smooshing all the color pads I have. You can use the same technique for any ink pads you have, or any color combination will do. I'm kind of stick to with this kit particularly, so that I'm using those colors more, and they are nice vibrant colors, as I love the cards. And so I just make ink smooshing there. I just kind of putting more and more inks on the card, and putting more textures on it, just to make sure that I will get a very hybrid look. Put some of the inks here, like whatever I have in my stash, the pearl splattered or liquid will also do. I didn't do much on it. The before kit having that multicolor hero ink pad, where they have those multicolors, and they kind of coordinated with these also. So I use that also, just kind of swipe on it, and I just want to make sure that that will look more organic, rather than having more control look on it. So I just put it, and if you're using the Nina Solar white card, it will not take much time to dry it. While you're working on in 5 to 10 minutes, they're gonna dry it. So color palette here I'm using is kind of inspiring by kit itself. Whatever they give in the kit, I'm trying to use that, but you can apply this technique to any other colors also. You choose. Here I'm using the Momento black ink, and you can use Valentine, whatever waterproof ink you have, or you can use Simmons's or Hero at Intense black ink, which came in a kit of the last month also and this month also. And I'm gonna kind of using those small stamps of the textures and the scripty die, as well as the linen the stamps, and as well as the linen stamp, to create more texture on it, to get more look of it. If you don't want to create these papers, you can use the brown card color sheet or a craft color sheet, and you can create same kind of blotchy background on that. Or you can use the nude colors, or like the black color, and you can use the white also, or dark brown, or black, or vintage black on, I think, vintage ink, like distress inks, that gonna look also awesome on a brown cardstock. So you can create that kind of pattern. Whenever you are creating the pattern on any paper, make sure you are not doing that regularly, like one stamp here, one stamp there. You don't have to make a grid pattern there. You can go very wide and vaguely. You can turn them, you can do upside down, you can stamp in the corner, you can create a half of sheet of it. I'm not much concerned about my background, because it's already on the like the black glass sheet. So but if you have that kind of stuff, you can put a sheet behind it and you can do that. So for the other things, I decided to use that scripty dye and that linen dye for the stamping on the colored cardstocks there. So that I will get, you know, more texture in it and more thing in it. So while you do the die cutting of your dies, rather than stamping them after die cutting, I always suggest that you should do before die cutting, cause that, you know, give you a nice crisp look, as well as the finished product will look more nicer than that. So here I'm using the palette and go ahead with it. Then I want more greens in that, so I want to choose like greens also, cause where you, if you're focusing on the kit, there's kit having more vases, the different kind of beautiful die cutouts, you can do it with that, and the leaves. So I want that kind of a combination that, you know, it is kind of giving me like more way to play with it. So yeah, and then I will use some more green color cardstocks for, like, you know, making more green leaves. And although I use the green, I use some of the orange and dark red color, brownish color for the flowers also. So main idea is here, this is my color palette, but you can change this color palette and you can go to the yellow, white and grays also. You can go to sky blue, navy blue, white and black also. That gonna palette also look very nice on it. Or you can just go in the shades of the brown also. So here are some of the examples what I made and what kind of like these papers looks, and I will show you how I will use them to die cut out. So when I see these big things, like I don't want to pull them apart for the first, at least first go. I will pull apart them maybe after I using this kit first time. So I gonna die cut out, I will pull out only those dies which are like kind of inside it, and then I gonna die cut out these sheets, the whole panel. So if you have premium kit and if you have that another kit like the regular kit, you will get that full 6x6 kind of panel of the die cutouts, and you can use that at a one stroke. And a kind of I am cutting them, and I will use those papers also for the backgrounds and other things. It's not like that I'm wasting anything here. I just having multiple things with me. Still we are not mass producing the card, we are not doing the same cards. We'll try to make different cards with the different combinations here. I just want to give you a different kind of idea that how I use and how my thought process go when I saw the first of my kit. And then I was like decided to die cut out them in a one stroke, stamp them in a one stroke, although I didn't stamp everything, but yeah, you can skip that part. You can pull out apart your die cutouts and choose whatever you want to do. And if you're more picky about which portion of the pattern paper you want to use, you can select that paper and cut out your die particularly from that one also, if you want to be more precise. Here I'm kind of looking forward the kind of mixed media kind of project or kind of collage kind of project. So I'm not much concerned that which things are gonna should see there in the particular. All the vases are like small, and you can create more textures on it after you printing these things on them also. So these are the stuff you have to like pick in mind, but it's okay if you don't want to do this process. You can totally skip it out, and you can have to, you know, go ahead with it. So another thing is I want to do how like which weight papers you are using. So I mostly use 56 LB, but you are, if you are buying the premium cardstock from the Spellbinders or Heroes, they're having kind of nice thick layers, so your die cutout will like more stay in nice place. But if they are not, I'll suggest you go ahead and cut out some more same die cutout before you pull them apart with the watercolor paper or the more heavyweight cardstock, maybe in the white or maybe in the black, because that give you more space in that. Okay, so we have this green palette also, we have this white palette, we have the black palette, we have the those 3 textured paper palette and now we just need to deck it out all of them and see how they look together. So this is the another trick to use the dies. Now we have white die cutouts, black die cutouts, we have those pattern papers, we have the shades of the green, we have the shades of the pinks and yellows, and like I put them all apart. Like I have 2 big die sets, so that kind of putting them apart. I'm just reading the paper. You can put them in the small box or the container, and then it's time to assemble. So I choose A5 sets and some A2 cards. So here is some of the ideas like how you can do it. You can just see, take a picture and see that how it looking, you will like it or not, and then you can recreate the same thing again. I want this time to use the more prominent color of the black. Those collage papers are very very colorful, so I want to make something separate apart from it. So here I'm using 2 distress colors to just give the background to it kind of, and then I'll use a little bit of stenciling also. So main the idea of doing the things are you don't have to be more perfect here. You are just creating some kind of patterns. You're creating your own pattern paper and using that to focus and make a focal point for those vases and those greeneries which is coming from it, the floor arrangement, so you can say. So yeah, I'm choosing again the vibrant colors. You can use the subtle colors also, or you can directly use only the texture paste on it. I'm kind of seeing like okay, what I can do more, so I'm just playing with it, seeing that how it goes. And by the way, this white panel I just trim out a little bit smaller than 5x7. So I most of the days I took off the like smallest, the 1/4 of the each of inches from there, so that I will get that small border all around. Here I'm layering it with the black paper, so I will remember that in mind, and that gonna look together. So now here is the thing, if you want to more like dimension to it, you can use the foam sheet, or you can use, I'm using here just a simple craft watercolor paper. It is gonna thick, so I will put that on it so my vases become more sturdy. Now here's the thing, you can put the washi tape on the vases this time. You can add more pencils textures to them this time. I thought it's for me it's enough. In fact, you can put them and add a dark brown shade just on the corners with the help of the sponge dauber. I just decided to keep it that way. And then it's time to assemble that card. I'm just putting that panel which we just created with the stencil. I'm gonna cut out a small border all around it. Here I'm not measuring anything, I'm just putting that, and then because my white paper is already measured, and I then put the bigger panel on this white 5x7 card base. And then I can see the picture, take another reference that how I put that, and I then again put the same way, so that and then this is only the time that how I stick. Mostly I use the glue, liquid glue for it. You can use glue dots, or you can use your Xyron machine. And then I want some kind of they should not floating on the air, so I need something kind of to ground them. And then I use to decide the one of the phrases. You can use any of them. All the sentiments are so beautiful and going so well together. So then I just decided to cut that panel there. I don't want to cut out that with its like shadow image which die cut out come with it. I just want it that way. So whenever you are putting this vases in the whole video or in the whole process, I will not tell you this, but most of the times put the top bottom, the open side of the vase, it should be open. You should not took any foam tape or glue there, so that you can tuck your all the other greeneries and flowers or leafy things inside them. I'm kind of creating here a different height. First of all, I put that on the directly on the paper. Then I want to create another height, so I put thicker foam dots there, and then I go with the smaller foam dots, like which is having the less thickness. If you don't have these two kind of things with you, you can create this effect by putting layers of die cutouts behind them. One, you can put one die cutout behind them, then other for you can make a layer of 3 or 2, or if you don't have that, you don't want to do that also, you can use the same foam tip, a double on the one vase and then single time on the another vase. So there are many ways to create it. Just see what you have and go ahead with it. So after that, I'm kind of like very happy with this card, how it turned out, and all those die cutouts are so beautifully die cut out, like always like a charm. And as you see that my color palette is so colorful as always, it's like a rainbow of colors. But yeah, I'm happy with it. And then mostly I use the thank you card, so I like give them, donate them, so that way it's work. But you can put anything you want. And here my glue bottle is kind of stuck, so I'm using that and doing this. Has happened with you anytime that you are in like creative mojo and glue stuck, or you didn't find your stuff in your craft room, or you forgot where you put your pencil in all that crafty mess? It happens with me also. So yeah, so that was the thing. And then I was just like, I want to put that stamp there and stamp it, so that I can get the sentiment for my card. Two options I used before to see that. I just want to show you, and then I just put that sentiment. I white heat emboss it, and then this is the time for the second card. I missed that part. I don't know how it is not recorded, but yeah, then I'm just kind of creating this black card background, and I'm using here 5x7. I created my own black card here by using 8.5 and 11-inch sheet, and I folded in half, and then I cut out and trim it down to 5x7. And then this dark reddish brown color cardstock, I already stamped the background on it, and now it's time to assemble. Now thing is that we have all the things with us. Now we just have to create and assemble the stuff the way we want. You can get more creative. You just got inspired with my idea and you can create something else, or you can like some different kind of combo with it, or you can do it everything in a white, everything in a black. Like, it's totally depend on you. Way back I have this paper smooches, kind of these kind of vases, and at that time I still remember that I used the poppy seeds and pepper smooches and some kind of what do you say, embossing folder, and I created the whole card in a one tone white, and it also looks very beautiful. If I have that picture with me, or if I had that video with me, I'll make sure to link it at the end of the video. But yeah, this is the thing. Now it's just a part of combination, what you want to put and how you want to put together. So for all these cards I'm not using that washi tape came with it, but you can use, you can ground, you can put your sentiments on it. You can put some of the washi tape on your vases, or you can create your washi tape paper, which I didn't do that, but you can do that. You can just stick all your washi tape on one paper. You can choose the color paper, or you can color the washi tape also after putting it on a white paper, and then you can die cut out of that paper, so you will get that scripty kind of writing there. So that is the another way of doing the one thing. The next card I choose the basic kit, and I use the same papers, the whatever we created before, and I'm kind of making a small card, A2 size card here. And you can see that that pattern paper is not perfect, like it's not that perfect, but we are using that because the imperfection is kind of a perfect thing here, for especially for this card making. I didn't color out those vases or those leaves. Maybe for the next time I'll do that. Here I just want to create like from all those pattern papers we are created, and I'm having so much fun doing it. Yay, after a long time I'm doing such kind of things. And before that I just like my kid's having the collage project in his class, and I remember that when I was in my class, like when I'm doing my interior designing and design management, we used to make those collages, and I have so much fun while doing that. And it's a long time I didn't do any collage, so when I saw my kids project, and I was like, oh my god, I want to do also a collage. It's a long time, it's a kind of a fun process to do it. But then just this kit pop up, and I got this kit, and I was like, oh my god, this is the perfect way. Like, I got this and I can do so many things, and the ideas gone pop in my dancing in my mind. But I decided that I will not go very haywire. I will just create what come with the kit. I restrict myself so that let my creativity flow, and let me like, you know, when you have some kind of restrictions, you want to create like you should have that restriction, so that your ideas not go haywire, and you will not go in that flow, and you can't find your you should where to stop. You have to think that. So I decided that I'll mostly stick with these colors, I mostly stick with these patterns, I mostly stick with these ones, at least for the first project. And maybe I'll use this kit otherwise in a different way, in a different format, for the different things. So yeah, so this is the background. As I told you, this watercolor paper is so watercolor paper no sorry the pattern paper is so much busy that I want some kind of black in there, some kind of white in that, cause that I want to ground it little bit. But if you don't like the colorfulness of it, the kit, you can go with the pastel colors. You can choose your pastel palette, like very muted colors also, and that will also look beautiful with this kit. So some of the pattern I created with that texture paste and the stencils also. I will show that in the next video, because already this video got too long, and sorry for that annoying voice. I can't do anything about it. Whenever I start voiceover, some things happen. Sometimes my throat is not working, and this time my throat is working, but that like, it's kind of windy outside, and that wind makes that kind of sound. I did sound cancellation, but still it's kind of there. I hope you don't mind. And then I just decided to make bunch of these cards, and put them together, and I can planning to make a gift box for them. I didn't yet make any of it, and then I will kind of put them all together inside and gift it someone else, maybe teachers or maybe any community helper or something like that. I always do. So yeah, so these are the cards. I hope you enjoyed today's process, and you can see that we have still lots and lots of stuff that you can create with it. You can decorate your envelopes with it. I didn't do that yet, so I didn't film it, but I'm planning to make the coordinated envelopes, as well as I will show you that how I decorate inside. Maybe I should make that next another video for it. I hope you enjoyed today's creative process and my chit chat also. So if you want to see more cards, because more cards are coming, I didn't do voice or film it, half of it. So this is the another idea. You can put the white card and you put all the verses, and then I was like, oh, I have to stop here, I'll make the another video out of it. And as you know me, so until the next crafty project, have a crafty life. I hope you got inspired and want to do something. So let me know in the comments. Love to read your comments. Bye bye and stay crafty.